Dear learners, welcome back to your educational channel Learn and Educate. We would be studying about the definition of unity of command given by Dimock and Dimock, wherein it is a rule of command of how a unity of command is established and the principle that each employee should have only one boss. A corollary of the chain of command is unity of command, which establishes that the principle of how each employee should have only one boss. This definition ensures that how each employee is controlled, directed, and made accountable to exactly one boss. Debunk and Demock link it to the bigger structure of the chain of command, that is the vertical hierarchy in which how within the chain each and every employee has one direct superior. When we go in breaking down the definition, it is about how a natural results of and a consequence and a logical outcome of unity of command. It is not separate, it flows naturally from something. The unity of command, it flows from a chain of command. Unity of command is a result of chain of command, and it is a natural result. Unity of command is not separate, but it follows naturally from chain of command, wherein the vertical line of authority from top to bottom. What is chain of command? It is the vertical line of authority from top to bottom, which shows who reports to whom in an organization. If we try to establish that the vertical line of authority, it would be at the top CEO, then managers, and then supervisor, and at last employee. So this is the unit of command. It is a part of this chain of command. Unity of command is a part of chain of command, and chain of command is a broader picture, broader concept, and unity of command is a part of it. It is, and the unity of command means that the rule that grows from the chain of command is unity of command, and they link the two concepts directly with respect to the hierarchy and one boss, one employee. This principle, this principle of how a basic rule, a guidance, and a belief, a fundamental administrative law which shows that which is not a suggestion but it is essential to the rule of management that each employee, each every single individual without an exception, an employee, a worker, staff in every organization follows this principle, and it means that it should have, it possess, and it must be assigned. It indicates an obligations which is not an optional, which is not an optional, and it shows that it must have, it should have only one boss, one superior, one leader, and one person who gives orders. This ensures clarity of command, accountability, and clear communication. First of all, the chain of command. This is a vertical hierarchy in the organization. The chain of command ensures that only one boss which passes on from layer. The chain of command ensures the person who holds the more authority and the subordinate, the person who is under the authority of the superior, through and passing through this layer. This is this establishes the chain of command. It assigns duties at each and every level. It ensures responsibility. The authority flows downward, wherein how the responsibility is divided as per the chain of command. It is an agreement. It is an arrangement wherein of position based on the authority, and it consists of this chain of command, wherein there is a unity of command that one each employee has only one boss. Each employee in an organization has one boss, which shows extending the coverage. The highest level of authority is a boss, and the lowest level of authority is that employee. There is a structure. This ensures that the organization is formally arranged as per its design, and it is tired. This chain of command is a system in which the whole organization is arranged, and wherein each employee, each person has a superior, has a one boss above them. and thus forming an unbroken chain of command from top officer, that is the boss, from top boss to that employee. Therefore, it helps in the coordination, it helps to ensure the accountability and enables the smooth flow of communication both upward and downward. This maintains the order, discipline, and the control within the organization. It is a method where efforts are combined. The chain of command ensures that the efforts of each and every employee is combined, is structured through the one boss. It is a simple unit of the organization, and wherein it states that it is a vertical arrangement of how this principle operates, and people are structurally arranged in the levels wherein one employee is accountable and has a one higher authority in terms of one boss. This establishes a vertical chain of command, and how it naturally is done when work is divided among the people. A system where work is divided, there is a division of labor, and because of which this division, roles, responsibility, authority, it is automatically arranged a structured system wherein each employee is arranged in the level which is created due to division of work, and this authority flows from top to bottom. There is therefore it should have only one boss. This is applicable to every organization, whether big or small, company, factories, university, and the hierarchy, it is CEO to director to manager to employee officers. Therefore, the work is divided into tasks, and how this principle of chain of command, it is applicable. Higher level has authority, and this is the chain of command. Therefore, an employee is must have, should have only one boss. It is the corollary. That is, unity of command is a result of that hierarchy. Unity of command is a rule and not a recommendation. It is applicable. It applies to everywhere, whether it is with respect to size or legal form, whether profit oriented or not. This is applicable. And every employee must have only one boss. Exclusivity, not two boss. That is not multiple leaders, just one. The the best way to describe this definition is unity of command is a principle that naturally follows from the chain of command, and it requires that each employee should report to only one boss. Therefore, each employee must have only one boss as a natural part of a clear chain of command. This removes confusion, maintains discipline, and ensures clarity in the reporting, wherein the hierarchy is structured in such a manner that the chain of command is established, and the principle that each employee should have only one boss is applicable, wherein the reporting is done, the concept is applicable, and how a single command, one boss, one source of authority, that is the rule that the power should flow from one leader, from one boss, without any confusion. This also requires that it is necessary, and for each and every employee, for each employee, they should have one boss. That is, every person, any person working in the organization should have one boss. And this chain of command, every person in the organization is reporting to a single leader. Each employee is receiving the orders from a single boss. This ensures clarity in the responsibility, communication, authority. One boss which gives command, which gives order to employee and get the results, the work done. And that order is received to the employee by one boss. It establishes clarity, wherein superior A, boss A, is giving command to each employee, and unity of command ensures that each employee they're receiving instructions from one boss. It establishes a clear chain of command, that is, in simple words, it is a clear line of authority. Therefore, There is an assignment of work. There is a hierarchy, one boss to one employee, and it applies to each and every action. It is directed to each employee, one employee. Each employee, it should have one boss, and therefore this ensures the target. This ensures the ordering. This is exclusively applicable, and instructions come from one boss. The source of order is that one boss, and instructions come from that one boss. There is a restrictions is exclusivity towards one boss. Therefore, it guarantees no dual command, no multiple bosses, and only one. And they should receive orders, and that every employee at every level it receives command from one boss through the chain of command, and a corollary to the chain of command is unity of command, the principle that each employee should have only one boss.